For any business to succeed, the most important key of that is the quality of the product or the service which you are offering to the buyer. One can say that quality is the heart of the business. No buyer would accept a bad or an inferior quality, and for that matter, no seller would intentionally sell a bad or an inferior quality of the product. With all the good intentions which we have and sound SOP we have, till a quality problem happens. And once it happens, it has to be handled very carefully. Especially in international business, handling of the quality complaint is very crucial and important. Hi, my name is Samir Mehta. I will share my experience of handling the quality complaint, although I was fortunate enough to face the minimum number of that, but still I will share my experience with you how one can handle a quality complaint.
For latest updates, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon.
Handling a quality complaint. The first question is that what it is. Quality means doing right when nobody is watching you. Despite of all your efforts, an error can happen. It's human, and therefore you may say that quality complaint is the part of the business. Don't panic, don't deny, and don't defend. It can be an opportunity for you to prove that you can be better than others. The issue is that how you handle it. Your attitude and the kind of response which you give it to the customer on such occasion will decide your long and fruitful business relationship with him. Price is often forgotten, but the quality is never, and therefore you should be careful on that because it can put you on defense forever. We will not talk about the SOP mentioned in the handling of quality complaint in ISO or TQM, but we will talk about how the quality complaint is handled person to person. And in simple words, to summarize, quality complaint means it is an expression of dissatisfaction of the customer of the product or the service which you have offered. Now, look at the reasons of the quality complaint. The first and the foremost is non-compliance of the specification of the product or the service which you have agreed upon to offer to customer. The secondly is incomplete requirement. It can be related to document or the service which you have to supposed to give it to the customer. The third is not responding to the customer in time. It may be his mail or it may be his message or it may be his call or whatever. Not resolving the problem in targeted time. This could be also one of the reasons of the quality complaint of the customer. And lastly, not keeping a promise which you have given to the customer. So these are the main reasons of a complaint related to the product or the service from the customer. Now, while handling a quality complaint, you are the first contact person for the customer, and therefore you will be the first person to receive the information about the quality complaint. Be calm and be prepared. Handle it with care as if you are handling an annoyed girlfriend. At the outset, say sorry or regret the inconvenience caused to the customer, as it is going to pacify him. Ask for the details of the problem or the product involved so that you can understand and investigate in the issue thoroughly. At your end, make sure that your whole team is involved in this process, as quality is the responsibility of the whole team, be it production, be it QC, be it purchase, be it supply chain, whoever it is. The whole team has to be involved. And lastly, ask the customer that what he is expecting you to do. Now, we have to first understand the problem. Listen the customer with full calmness and patience. Don't interrupt. Listen what he is saying and not what you want to hear. Put yourself in his shoes, and for that you will have to remove your shoes first. If it is the product related problem, check thoroughly what was agreed and what has been delivered. Ensure he knows about the storage requirement of the product or the shelf life, etc. And this has to be understood and agreed upon at the time of finalization of the contract. Ensure that there is no communication gap between his requirement and your offering, as it can avoid the quality complaint. Now, let's talk about the actions one has to take. If the disagreement persists and if it is agreed between both the parties, you have to involve a neutral party or a third party for a joint testing of the product which has been delivered wherever it is. In joint testing, if he is proved right, then it is your duty to replace the product or pay back for what has been delivered to him. You go 1 mile further, which will earn you 2 miles in future. The corrective action should precede the prevention action. Explore all different options or solutions to resolve the problem which the customer is facing right now. As I said before, if he is proved right, replace or repay for the same, as RBI also permits for such settlement if it is within the permissible limit. If the problem is in labeling or packaging or a transit damage or whatever, take the necessary corrective action. Now, having seen or taken the corrective action, let us look at the prevention action. A root cause analysis has to be done, and whatever prevention of actions which you are planning, share it with the customer and take his concurrence. Monitor at least 3 deliveries or 3 months delivery to ensure that there is no repeat of the mistake. During all these actions, be very calm, positive, practical, and be advocate of your customer with your team. In case your product is proved right or you are proved right, then sit across the customer and discuss and decide what is the best interest in your future business and take necessary action accordingly. Accept his mistake with grace. If it was your mistake, apologize and ensure that repeat mistake will not happen. Now, let us look at the types of complaint. The first is the valid complaint, which we have already seen how to handle. The second is that there are some unhappy customers forever. They are like fault finders, or they are like mother-in-laws or auditors. Handle them suitably. Then there are some bias built in some customers. They may be biased because of you or because of somebody else or the country or whatever. So, which is not known to you what are their bias for. Handle them carefully and massage their ego. That could be one of the solutions. Customer is a person. Treat him as person and not as an object. Quality is your ambassador, and consistent quality is must for any business, and especially in international business, 100% must. But God forbidden, if there has been a quality complaint, effective and satisfactory handling of the quality complaint can certainly help you in your future business. As I said earlier, quality of an Indian supplier is an image of the country, and you have to see that the image which has been built in by the Indian producers or Indian service provider in the world is to be maintained, or it has to be enhanced.
For detailed learning of all logistics subjects, visit www.logiveda.com.